So they took it. When the master of the feast tasted the water now become wine, he didn't know where it had come from, though the servants who had drawn the water knew. Who do you think that wine came from? It was water, remember? When they poured it, Jesus told the servants to fill the water pots with water. But when they went to get the water out of the big pots, it wasn't water anymore. What was it? It was wine. That was a miracle, boys and girls. That was called a miracle, okay? And that happened at a wedding feast in a place called Cana. That was Jesus's first miracle. I'm going to show you some water pots here. Can you see this? Now, the water pots that they had in that Bible lesson were much bigger. These are just really small. But how many water pots were there, at the wedding feast? There were 6. Let's count them with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There were 6 water pots. And Jesus told his servants to fill the water pots with water. So Miss Bev is going to do that. Okay, I'm going to take a water pot. Now remember, these are really small, aren't they? But I have some water over here, and I'm going to fill a water pot with water, just like that. Do you see? Do you see how I filled it with water, boys and girls? Let me get it closer where you can see it. Can you see that water? Let me move that over there. And let me move this water out of the way. And then they took some of it and they took it to the ruler or the master of the wedding feast, and they gave him some. The Bible says they drew some out and they took it to him, and when he drank it, oh my goodness, it turned into wine. Do you see that, boys and girls? Look, it's water. Can you see the water in my water pot here? Just like Jesus. It was water to start with, and then when the servants took some to the ruler and he drank it, it became wine. How is that possible? Let me see this one. Let's see if the water turns to wine in this one right here. Let me see. It does. Look, boys and girls, it was just water. And it has turned to wine. I did a miracle. I did a miracle. No, I didn't do a miracle, did I? Did Miss Bev do a miracle, boys and girls? I'm going to turn it this way so you can see my face better, okay? We'll turn the glasses that way. Did Miss Bev do a miracle? I did not. Who can do miracles? Who did a miracle in our Bible lesson today? Jesus did, didn't he? Miss Bev cannot do a miracle. What Miss Bev did was a trick. But Miss Bev did not do a miracle, okay? I don't want you to think that Miss Bev did. It was just a trick that I played on you. But where did this miracle happen? Do you remember? It was at a wedding feast. You remember the place in Cana, and this was Jesus's first miracle. Okay? All right, guys, good job. Let me move that out of the way over here so you can see my face better. Just like this. Move that out of the way. And I want you to get your worksheet that looks like this. See? It's got pictures on one side. It has questions on the other side. Pictures on one side and question on the other side. And what do we do first? We write our name at the top of the page. So write your name at the top of the page, just like Mrs. Bev did. Okay? There we go. Put your pencil on number 1. This was like kind of similar to the worksheet we did in our last lesson. Okay, put your pencil on number 1. Jesus and his disciples were invited to a what? Do you see this first picture over here, boys and girls, right here? That's a pic. It has the word wedding underneath it, okay? Jesus and his disciples were invited to a wedding. So draw a line from number 1 over to the picture of the wedding, just like that. Can you see? Just like that. Number 2, the people at the wedding feast ran out of, what did they run out of? Remember what we called it? We called it wine. Well, that's right. So put your pencil on number 2 and draw a line over to the third, to this picture right here. It has the word wine underneath it, W-I-N-E. Number 2 goes to this picture box. Okay. Number 3, put your pencil on number 3. There were blank large water pots at the wedding. How many? How many water pots were there? Do you remember? Yeah, there were 6. So draw a line from number 3 all the way down to the number 6, just like that. From question number 3 all the way down to the number 6 answer. Okay, number 4. Put your pencil on number 4. Mary asked who to change the water to wine? Well, actually, Mary didn't ask Jesus to do that. Mary told Jesus that they had run out of wine. I believe, let me check and make sure. Yes, Mary told Jesus that they had run out of wine. She didn't ask Jesus to change the water to wine. He did, but Miss Bev needs to change that. Mary told who that they had run out of wine. Mary told Jesus, okay? So draw a line for number 4 down over to the picture of Jesus. Mary told Jesus that they had run out of wine. Miss Bev needs to fix that on the worksheet. I'll do that later when I get home, okay? So put your pencil on number 5. Did Jesus change the water to wine? Did he do that? Yes, he did. And number 6, this was the what miracle that Jesus performed? Was it the first or second or third? It was the first miracle. That's right. So draw a line from number 6 up to first. Okay? All right, guys. Good job on that. Good job on that. Move that over to the side. That goes in your K through 1 awesome notebook. Okay? You have a picture that looks like this, and I'm going to let you do this after Bible class. Okay? You can work on this after Bible class. But it's a blue sheet for you to color. This is a water pot like we had in our Bible lesson. And there's a question on it. The question says, what was Jesus' first miracle? What was his first miracle? And you open it up and it says he changed water to wine. That was his first miracle. So you can color this however you want to. Use whatever colors you want to use on it, okay? All right, let Miss Bev move that right over there. And Miss Bev is going to read the lesson sheet to you next. You think I'll get it right this time, or do you think I might mess it up some? I have a hard time reading it, remember? So I might mess it up. Listen closely. Listen real closely. Mary, Jesus, and his disciples were invited to attend a football game in Cana of Galilee. A football game? Were they invited to a football game, guys? No. They were invited to a big wedding celebration, weren't they? In Cana of Galilee. During the feast, everyone drank all of the Coke. Coke? Did everybody drink the Coke? Did they have Coke? What did they have? Oh, they had lemonade. They didn't have milk. They had milk. What did they have? They had wine, didn't they? Everyone drank all of the wine. Jesus took 6 stone pots and had the servants fill them with water. He turned the water in the pots into wine. When the master of the feast tasted the wine, he could not tell that it had at one time been water. This was the first miracle that Jesus performed. God gave Jesus the power to perform this miracle. Okay, did y'all catch me in how I messed up there? You have to listen real carefully to catch my bloopers, okay? Okay, guys, I've enjoyed being with you today. I hope you've had a good day today and enjoyed Bible class. Continue to send me those pictures, okay? I'm going